Hello again, welcome back to Illegally Sighted. This is BGFH and I'm back for another game video, another low vision spotlight. And not too long ago on the channel, I showed you guys a little bit of Saints Row the Third, or Saints Row 3, and that was definitely one of my favorite games, favorite open world games ever, especially in the last couple of years. Both from just a gameplay and fun point, and also from an accessibility perspective. So Saints Row 4 is out, and I'm currently in it right now. Here's what we're looking at right here. And yeah, it's a really interesting game. I've been looking forward to it for quite some time, just because of how crazy and fun the third one was. And so we're just gonna jump right into it here. You may notice that I actually am on a building. So, okay, well, why are we up here? Is this a base or something? No, not exactly. So, the premise of Saints Row 4, and if you are interested in playing this, I would highly recommend that you go back, especially since you can get it for probably dirt cheap right now. I would recommend playing Saints Row the Third. The first two aren't really necessary, I wouldn't think, but there's a lot of callback to Saints Row the Third in this game. So as far as like some of the characters, the locations, some of the things that you're doing, and so you're like, if you just jumped right into 4, you'd be like, okay, this is fun, but it doesn't really quite make as much sense as it should. So I would say that I would definitely play Saints Row the Third first. So when we last left off, Saints Row the Third ended, and we saved the world yet again, and brought down all the craziness that was in the end of that game. And Saints Row 4 starts out where my character, which, yes, thankfully I was able to import. This is my character with a little bit of change of clothing. That is my character from Saints Row the Third. And yeah, so we start out and we are the President of the United States. So we get in there, and I will say the one thing that I don't like so far about the game is the beginning of Saints Row 3 was amazing, fun, ridiculous, over the top. There was some of that in 4, but the beginning I thought was actually kind of boring. There were a few funny moments, but it just didn't have the same punch, and it just, coming off of 3, it just wasn't near as exciting or fun or crazy. So we're the president, and okay, we're getting elected, we're in the White House, yada yada, and aliens invade. So we end up, to make a long story short, and without giving a whole lot of plot away, we are in a kind of a digital replica of Steelport from the third game, and we are in this computerized version because this Zinyak guy, the alien overlord guy, decided that that's how he was going to deal with us. He was going to put us in the Matrix. I mean the simulation. So yes, there's a lot of parody, there's a lot of callbacks to other games and franchises and movies and just everything thrown in here, but it's actually done pretty well. It doesn't sound like it's, a lot of games that do all these references and stuff sound like they're just really trying too hard, and this one isn't. And as a result, you wonder why I haven't moved really much. Looks pretty similar, except for, we're a little bit at night right now. Why haven't I been moving around? Well, because as a side effect of being in this digital world, I have superpowers. I can jump. I can run. I can do all kinds of crazy shit. So I can run at Mach speeds, and it's really awesome, really fun. And now that I was turning around, let's see, which way was I? Okay, there it is. So another franchise that this game really pulls inspiration from, and that is definitely a good thing, is Crackdown. If you've ever played or ever heard of Crackdown for the Xbox 360, super fun game. And you see this glowing thing off in the distance. That is, in this game, it's called a data cluster, and they're basically borrowing the orb concept from that game, from not Crackdown. So, woohoo! Alright. Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding. I'm almost overpowered. I gotta do this not... Or I can run up. So, I can... The cool thing about this is, I have all still the same things I can do. Okay, I can get in a car. I can do all that kind of stuff. But, why would I? All the things like that, including the GPS interface, is back, and I'm really glad of that. Although you don't really make much use of it, because really, why would you when you can do this? Hey, how's it going? Running past the cars, knocking them down, and I'm just going to run up the building, run up the tower real quick. Oh, sweet! And I collected another, yeah. I didn't even know that was up there. So, I've put several hours into this game so far, and honestly, I haven't done a whole lot. I've started doing more side quests and regular missions because I've kind of run out of what I was doing, and OCD prevails yet again, because when you start seeing these little data cluster orb things, or I call them orbs just because I've played Crackdown so much, and oh, sweet, shiny object, here we go. This kind of, I probably did this for a good 5-10 hours, especially as I were to upgrade. So, the other nice thing about getting these powers is, while I'm up here, let me pop into our interface here. There is a purpose for collecting all these data clusters, because as we find out early in the game, we get superpowers from them. And this is basically, this is like the reskinned cell phone interface that we had in Saints Row the 3rd. So we have our map here, which we'll dive into in a little bit because I'll do a couple of side missions. Here's your mission screen. And I'll pop in there real quick. Basically, they've done something a little bit differently with this too, and I kind of like it. So what they've done is it's not just like, okay, here are your set missions that you can do as you unlock, you know, the cast of characters. In here we have our primary missions, which are basically our story missions. Then we have side missions, which can be, some are more just really just side quest and activity based, but they tie that loosely into the story of, because this is a computer simulation, we are, you know, disrupting Zens and Zeniacs power over this simulation, so we're trying to kind of break out of it by doing some of these side activities. And some, as we are rescuing some of these characters and bringing them back, we get kind of like loyalty missions or side quest missions. Kind of think of it like if you've played the Mass Effect series, especially Mass Effect 2, where you had the loyalty or the kind of, you know, crew missions that you would go on. And I've done a couple of these so far, and they've been pretty good. What also is nice is that if you scroll down further, you have these extras. And these are just all kinds of missions that you can do, like, in the game. So you can look at the map, or you can look at and choose, like, I want to do some hacking missions, or I want to do some races or insurance frauds, or whatever you want to do. And the nice thing is that they tie into these kind of side quest missions. So if I go and do them on my own, just exploring and having fun, doing whatever, if that comes up in one of these side missions, it'll already be completed, and I won't be forced to redo it, which I thought was a really nice touch and gets rid of some tedium that you may kind of find in other games. So nice touch there. We're not going to play in this screen too much. Here is our superpowers menu. So far, early on we got the run ability, which I've shown you. I've shown you the jump ability. And of those, you can get all kinds of different powers. So I can run faster. I just got the tornado attack not too long ago, which as I'm running, it kind of just does this cyclone of craziness around me. So cars get pulled up, people, objects, whatever. It just gets crazy. We got our jump ability. We can jump farther. We can glide. That's that kind of midair, like Superman thing that I've done. And I will say the best part of this game so far, I mean, I haven't gotten super far into the story, but the most fun and the best thing that I love about this game so far is just the traversal, the world navigation. Just having the superpowers makes it super, super fun and really fast to get around the environment. I don't have to worry about roads. I can get up to a high rooftop of the building and I want to go over there and just jump off, glide, run up and down buildings. I don't have to touch the ground if I don't want to. And then as we get into it here, I have other superpowers that I've gotten. So I have kind of like a projectile attack where basically I have fire and ice elements right now. So I can freeze dudes or do a fire blast, which is pretty fun. I've currently got a telekinesis. That's always fun. Pick up stuff and just chuck it around. Comes in handy. And then I have kind of a ground pound attack where just like a ground shockwave attack. And I will demonstrate some of those, but I don't want to piss off the Zen right at this moment. So I'll probably end the video by just unleashing and doing some crazy mayhem. So then back from Saints Row the Third, you have your regular upgrades. And like I said, I haven't mentioned, anything visually in this game. I've had really no problem reading anything. It's just really nice dark color contrast, really clean menus. The data clusters and / orbs that you pick up in the world, like I said, they're really glowy, they're really shiny, they stand out from, really far, and they show up really well, so I don't have any problem. Matter of fact, I love collecting those things. And, you get your standard, let's do that. Oh man, I don't have enough money. Damn, okay. So, yeah, I mean, all that stuff is pretty much the same. I have all these categories. I can, for health and damage and weapons and my gang and all kinds of different things. All that stuff returns from Saints Row the Third. Now, because you are out of your car a lot, and honestly, I haven't listened to a lot of the soundtrack in this game, but I've heard a few songs, and so far I would say it's not quite as good as 3. I really did enjoy the Saints Row the Third soundtrack, but I can turn music on when I'm out of cars, because like I said, a lot of times, who wants to be in a car when you can run and jump and glide and fly and all kinds of craziness that's way faster? So you've got that. Camera, okay, pretty much. A lot of this stuff is, pretty much the same. We got our cache screen, although since it's digital, I like the fact that they went and labeled it as cache, the digital cache, not just the money cache. That's pretty good. And that's your interface. So enough of that boring stuff. Let's do some stuff in the world. While we're here, let me just do a cursory scan here. And since I've gotten a couple of these... Ooh, no, that's not one. I thought I saw a data cluster. I just wanted to see if there were any other data clusters immediately in my area. Like I said, unfortunately, I mean, I've grabbed a lot of these, but unfortunately, like I said, I love collecting them, so I'm kind of sad that a lot of them are gone. I've collected them all because they're really fun. And there you see a big tower. There's a few of those in the game. Those are kind of just some side objectives. Basically, they have a whole bunch of data clusters going up to the top of them, and they're red initially, and you're trying to get up to the top and turn them blue to your side. So let's see. So fun to do this. Ooh, shiny object. Yes. Exactly, 166. All right. No. Do I see any other ones? I will pop into a side objective, and I'm not going to do any story stuff because, you know, the story, I don't want to ruin any of that. So I think that would be, you know, part of the fun of the game is just seeing what happens there. But ooh, is that one over there that I see? Hold on. Trying to see if there are also data clusters that are not just in the world waiting to be collected. You have ones that are into the ground. You have ones that you have to use your ground pound ability, so you can't get them right away. You have ones that are kind of in a wall, and you have to use your kind of projectile ability and stuff like that. But yeah, just doing this kind of stuff is just crazy fun. So I'm just going to do a little more observing here. Let's get up on this big old tower here. Whee! Whoa, uh-oh. Or not. Hold on. And sometimes when you get it like in between buildings and stuff, the camera does get a little wiggy, especially when you're when you have a lot of close by building or nearby buildings. So we're up here quite a ways, and let's do some missions. Let's do a couple side missions that I want to do. So I'll go to the map. And just like before, we have our map screen. And the purple area is what we've taken over and kind of cleared out more. I'll show you a new game. So I'll right click on that, and this is should be a hacking game. So because I'm not in a car, I'm not really going to get those GPS coordinates as much. So instead, what I do is I do have to use the mini-map a little bit, which is kind of annoying, but in a way it's really not a big deal. So I find what direction my little indicator is going, and then I just look in the world for like a blue, usually it's a blue icon. I think it's blue. And we just follow the objective. So, like I said, we don't need no stinking roads. Or if I do, I can still do this. But I don't want to do that too much because I don't want to disrupt the traffic right now, because otherwise I'll piss off the Zen alien force. And me not paying attention, I already passed it. Hey, there's my... Nice. Sorry, dude. Oh, just getting around is so fun in this game. Okay, is this what Yep, here we go. So we got this little padlock here. So now, if you ever played the classic Pipe Dream game, we'll see how bad I suck at this. Okay, so we got a thing on the left here. We got to go all the way down to the right. So let's figure out, and we got our timer up in the top. So, okay. Hopefully I can do this. Without embarrassing myself on camera. Put you there. How about... Ah, shoot. No, not what I wanted. Okay. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Maybe it will. Yeah. Huzzah. So there you go. Basically, you're just I'm using the keyboard and mouse. I'm not using a controller. And I was just using my mouse wheel to switch between my different pieces there that I had available. And they only give you so much. They tell you what you have on the right-hand side there, but, it's just you're trying to do that in time to take care of that before the time runs out. Kind of fun. I've done a lot of those hacking games so far, gotten a couple cool rewards for that. So we've done that. Let's see, what else did I... Oh, yeah. I want to show you guys a... Let's do another new event here. Let's do... I forget if this is the... I forget which one this is, but we're going to do this one. I know it's a new one, though. Alright, so we see our little beacon telling us to go this way. And again, I'm going to keep an eye out for shiny objects on the way. The nice thing is, even if you're going toward a mission, you know, if you, like I said, what would distract me so often is I'd be going toward a mission, and I would see those data clusters, and it's like, just the OCD in me is like, I must have it. It must be mine. This is just so fun. And of course, I'm not paying attention, and I completely passed my objective again. Sorry, guys. Just having too much fun getting around here. Okay, what am I... Oh, I wonder if that's that swirling thingy that I flew over, and I thought that was a different type of object. Yeah. Okay, I think these are... Let's try it. Oh, yeah, these. Yeah, I just unlocked these not too long ago, so I might suck at these. These are, like I said, all of this stuff really ties into... All of this stuff really just ties into the whole techie feel of this game. You got the Matrix, you've got so much different stuff. Oh man, that was a... I apologize for this. I'm terrible at this game. Oh, that's too early. Yep, that was bad. That was...
Do you need to take a break?
So let's just go through this. I do want to show you a couple of new games, and then I do want to show you... And remember in Saints Row the 3rd, I showed you the insurance fraud mission. And they've... It's really funny because some of the classic missions that are in, like, were in Saints Row the 3rd and that are here, the superpowers kind of break them, the missions, but in a good way, like in the best way that you can break something. And I would say the insurance fraud is the best example of that. I'll show you that after I complete or fail this mission. Caramba, I want to get the purple ones especially because they're worth more. And you have all kinds of crazy weapons. Like I said, I'll just kind of give you a hint at a couple of them. You have the obligatory dubstep gun. Oh, geez. Dubstep gun, which is, yes, just what you think it is. You're basically like doing this weird dubstep riff and making people dance and explode. I just got a weapon that like makes people larger, like blows them up like a balloon. Since we're dealing with aliens, of course, there has to be an anal probe. So, I said, this game is just crazy, too. This is a lot longer than I remember it being. Give me more purple. Oh, geez. Oh, more purple. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a bronze, if anything, on this. Again, I'll blame... Oh, shit! Dang it. I'll blame it on because I'm talking and playing at the same time. I'll blame it on that, because I can. Give me... Oh yeah, and I keep forgetting I have this power too. Which I should have been using earlier on, but again... I'm babbling! Oh man, I can't believe I made that. Shit!
Pick yourself up.
Yeah. I said I'm too busy blabbing and I don't pay attention to all my everything in this game, so...
It is important you succeed.
Yay for me. Ow. And I couldn't get over to the right quick enough.
Are you finding this difficult?
No, I just suck. No! Dang it, man!
Should I wait for another person to do this?
Shut up. Almost through this, guys, I think. And then we'll have some more fun, and I'll do the updated insurance fraud. And then to wrap up this video, like I said, I'll just use some of my powers, because I haven't really shown you those yet. I've shown you my mobility powers, but I haven't showed you all my cool, like, telekinesis and fire and ice powers and all that kind of stuff. Maybe I can find a one of those strongholds, like just like in Saints Row the Third. There are some of these like strongholds of Zen, and this time it's these Zen guys, and you have to take them over. So maybe if we're lucky, we can find one of those to do as well. Ah! Man, I can't believe how long this goes on and on and on. Sorry, I didn't realize it was quite this long. Shut up.
I think we could do better.
Yeah, okay, whatever. But anyway, you get the idea. So there are kind of separate things that bring you into these little worlds. There's running ones, there's jumping ones, there's all kinds of different stuff like that. And then there are ones what I was hoping for, and I can't remember what they're called, but they have these foot-on-foot races where you're using your superpowers to go through, and it's like just like a car race would be in ordinary games. You go through these glowing checkpoints, but you're doing it all on foot and running up buildings, and it's kind of cool, actually. So, let's go to our handy-dandy not what I wanted. Collect some cash first. And then I'll do an insurance fraud, or they just call them frauds in this one. And I believe there is one. Yes. So we'll go there. Okay, we got to turn around. There we go. Again, it's just so nice. I don't have to worry about roads. I'm gonna run up the buildings as I see them. Oh, I heard a shiny thing. I see a shiny thing. Come here, you. Come on. There's no escape. Alright. And that's the thing, is I like wearing headphones because you can hear some of the ambient stuff a lot more. And you hear that kind of, like, shimmering chime noise when you get near those data clusters. So, you know, I'll be just cruising along and I'll hear one somewhere and it's just like, okay, I gotta collect it. Did I hear one? Yes, I did. Where are you? Ha ha ha. You can't get away. Excellent. Nice. So that one was a little bit hidden. You know, you can't just see it from the rooftops as well because it was kind of in between these buildings, but nevertheless, it is mine. And where am I going? Okay, I gotta go straight this way. Ooh, right out in the open. Excellent. Okay. Let's see, are there any other ones? Oh, I wonder if my fraud is down here. I think it might be. Let's see, I'm just kind of looking out for any of those glowy things too. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, this just is completely broken. So, in a great way. Because originally I was having trouble with this because I was using the old rules. So I'm thinking that you'd think that, okay, you're supposed to use this you know, these intersections that are labeled on the map. But no, if you use your superpowers the way you're supposed to, not like that. I gotta get some speed here. Hold on. Okay. And dive. There we go. Just totally.
Holy shit.
Exactly. Holy shit. Boom. Come on. And now I can just follow the roads. I'm just holding forward. Getting bashed around by everything. Come on. Alright, there's a nice multiplier. I already got silver. Boom. Just when I click, it'll... There we go. Come on, I gotta get hit by more cars here. Oh, there we go. Come on. So dumb. It's so dumb, but great at the same time. Come on. Hit him. Oh, there we go. We'll get gold, no problem. I'm pretty sure. Come on. Oh. And even the handling is not realistic. Like, my momentum should have totally been stopped. But because I was hitting forward there. Alright. Let's get some more speed. Okay, we gotta run into a car here. There we go. Woohoo!
This is gonna hurt.
That's just so ridiculous. I don't need to stay by these intersections. I can just get... Come on. Ooh, there's another one over there. Come on. There we go. Oh, that didn't... Oh, there we go. Get some air. Yeah, get pinballed over there. Oh. Alright. Easy peasy. Totally broken, totally awesome, and just completely ridiculous. So that is the updated insurance fraud, or fraud as we call it here. Getting our respect and our XP. That was fun. So I've shown you guys a bunch of these side missions. And, oh, before I do my little mayhem and just start using my superpowers and causing trouble, I do want to show you a little bit, a sneak peek of the kind of Matrix-y effect of this game. So, like I said, we're jacked into this simulation, and we got a gateway right here. And I'm going to go to that and show you what that does. So we're just gonna use yield superpowers here. Whee! There we go. Any shiny objects? Shiny. Alright, well, we got that, but... So this is one of those major areas that we've taken over. Any of these really glowy areas, whether they're towers, these things, these are things that I've taken back from Zinyak. And we continue this way. Fly up buildings, yeah. Love it. Oh, okay. Right here we go. So we got our portal here. And yes, we're just jacked into the Matrix. So now we are in fact in the real world, and we're in a spaceship. So I don't have any superpowers anymore. I only have them when I'm jacked into this simulation. So I haven't rescued all my crewmates yet, all my Saints people that I've known in the past. I can talk to somebody.
I'm certain I can fix this up to suit our needs. I just need some time.
And this is where, like I said, really needing to play, or I'd recommend playing the third game, because all these characters, you're not going to know who they are. Especially some of the things they say and refer to and things like that. So I can talk to her.
Just so you know, the bathroom doesn't quite work like we're used to on Earth.
Okay. And you notice the other option that I have, again, calling back to things like, you know, the BioWare games, especially Mass Effect 2, or the Mass Effect series on the Normandy. And I have to go through this, you know, epic quest to, you know, go do side quests and all these other things, and eventually maybe I might be able to romance these people. So let's see what we have to require here.
Hey, Kinsey, you wanna fuck?
Or not. There you go. That is the extent of their romance systems. Like, you don't have to go through all these ridiculous side quests. Yeah, just, okay, you want to fuck? Okay, why not? That one's one of my favorites. That was just ridiculous and funny. So, you know, there are guys on the ship, there are ladies on the ship. Doesn't matter, you can romance any of them. Almost any of them. I don't know if I can... I wonder if this... Oh, where did he go? Usually we got... Like I said, I don't want to spoil everything, but some of the characters are awesome in this game. There's one of our crewmates we just rescued. Said basically I'm the ship whore. Another robot or AI we just rescued.
I am glad Kinsey was able to find me a body in the real world as well. This is much more satisfying.
And oh god, the funny thing is, you know we have to do it, right?
All right, Sid. Here's the deal.
You need me to rabbit you.
Maybe.
Don't worry, I'm fully equipped to pleasure.
Yeah. What else needs to be said? Crazy. So, yeah. Like I said, you do the whole weird romance thing. That's just kind of a side joke thing. But basically, what you're really doing is you're trying to collect all of your Saints crew that have gotten split up after this whole Earth kind of got destroyed, and you know, Zinniac has taken over everything, and you're stuck in the simulation. Originally, one of your early objectives is just getting out of the simulation back into the real world, basically like the Matrix is. You know, you get out there and go from there. But there are still people that I haven't rescued out there yet, so we have to find different simulations and pull them out as well. And those side quests that I was talking about earlier on one of those menu screens, you come to the ship and they'll give you these quests that you have to do. They'll call you on your little in-world interface and have you do some objectives. And then you come back to the ship and you usually get a pretty awesome reward, like a new superpower upgrade or a weapon or whatever. So now that I've shown you the whole ship and really crazy, weird romance angle, we will pop back into the world and wrap up this video by just causing as much mayhem and superpowered craziness as we want to. So, I'm going to go either until I die or something like that. So, I'm not sure when I'm going to cut it off. Right now, it depends on how much depends on how long I live. Oh, whoops. And no, unlike the third, I'm not in God mode yet. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Ah, okay. And you don't have rechargeable health either. Instead, what you have is you have your you have these orbs that you get from people. Like, you kill guys and then you get orbs from them. Oh man, I gotta... Let's see, I want to show you one of my... Hey buddy, remember those from the other game? They're way more over the top now because I have superpowers. So naturally... Let's see... Whee! There we go. I love it. And while we're at it, how's it going? Chuck it. Hey, I like that car. Come here, buddy. And... oh, you're shooting at me? Okay. There you go. There we go. Oh, come here, bus. There we go. Switch back. Okay, now here we got a little... here's something different now. Because I've pissed off the Zen enough... we have these little, like, warp points. I forget what they call them. But, damn, son.
Always on when it counts.
Basically, you've got these weird warp things that they can just go into. Or that's where the guys, like, spawn into the simulation. So we're gonna kill another one of those. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, there we go. Health. Oh, yeah, they're getting pissed. Please perish, would you? Come on. There we go. Those flying things suck. I hate flying things in any game. And I don't like being on fire. Get. Alright. And the funny thing is because they have these little warp gateways now, I could even climb up buildings and stuff, and if I slow down even for a minute, because I've pissed them off enough, they'll just take one of those gateways and spawn right in to follow me. And there are ways to... I like the water. There are ways to get your wanted level down, so to speak. I love the fact that you can just jump out of the water now. And let's see.
After that, I could use a massage.
Boom. I love it. Ooh, motorcycles. Come here, buddy. And while we're at it, let's see if we can find a fitting... let's do radio. I'll just turn one of these on here. Thought it worked. Oh well. Who cares? We want to cause trouble here. Come on, guys, bring it. There we go. Actually, what I should do is I should go up on the... I should fly up on one of these buildings here and see if I can find one of those strongholds here. Let me see the map real quick. So the map is still really huge. It's, like I said, pretty much the same map we had as before. Screw it. We'll just screw around and just cause more general mayhem because we can. Woohoo! Oh, come on. There we go. Just the air dash alone is so helpful. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, time to upgrade.
Exactly. And usually when you get one of those, you want to look around the immediate area because a lot of times they'll spawn one nearby. So I'm going to do a quick little pan around the rooftops here. And I don't see any... oh wait, yes I do. I think that's one over there. We'll find out. I think it is. Oh no, maybe it isn't. Oh, that's a portal. Huh, whoops, sorry guys. Alright, I feel dumb. Well, it was shiny and it was from a distance, so, you know. Understandable mistake. But, You know, I will say right now, so far, like I said, I'm several hours into the game. The story hasn't really gripped me. I mean, not that the third story is going to win any awards either, but it was just funny to see what crazy Michael Bay action movie thing would happen next. I mean, Michael Bay movies have nothing on Saints Row the Third, but it was just so fun just to see what crazy thing that they would do next. And to some degree that's here in Saints Row 4. And I think that really comes into play with the superpowers, but the story itself just hasn't really been as memorable. And not that it really matters a whole lot, but it would have been kind of nice to see something other than just a, you know, originally the whole superpowers thing was going to be more of a fleshed out expansion or thing for the season pass for Saints Row 3rd, and then they decided, no, we're actually coming up with enough stuff, let's make it its own game. And that's sort of what they did, but I kind of wish we had a new environment to explore. Maybe we weren't, you know, if we weren't as restricted to... What was that one over there? If we weren't restricted to the same environment, maybe they could have came up with a crazy new world and maybe embraced the whole digital simulation thing a little bit more. It is kind of cool to see an altered, crazy alien version or taken over version of the city, but at the same time, would have been kind of nice to see something new. Oh, what is that? Oh, cool. Here we go. Here is another type of... Oh yeah, I did show you telekinesis. Okay, so you have to have TK to do this. Boom. Explode it. Give me orbs. Yes. Alright. Fair enough. I was climbing over to this building over here because I wanted to get a better vantage, but... Woohoo! I love being able to just run up buildings, because before you used to have to... Let me show you here. So I'll go to the bottom here. You had to keep jumping. I mean, my jumps weren't near as high either, but you had to keep jumping up a building, and especially if there were like any kind of ledges or lips, you would often get caught on those. So it was a lot more frustrating to actually try to climb the buildings early on. But once you get that run ability to run straight up the side of buildings, heck yeah, that's where it's at. But, I mean, aside from showing you guys, more of the actual story, that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect from Saints Row 4. If you're a fan of Saints Row the Third, or Saints Row, or just maybe even you're not that familiar with Saints Row, but maybe you just want a good game with superpowers in it, I mean... just the feel, like I said, of the traversal, the navigation, the superpowers, they're far better than most superhero games I've played. I mean, Superman, I don't know if there's ever been a good Superman game. Spider-Man has seen some pretty good ones. Batman has gotten pretty good, but he's been more of like a stealth kind of a thing. But, you just want some crazy superpower, high-flying kind of craziness. Despite not being like a licensed Marvel or DC superhero or something, the game feels great. It's just a lot of fun. This never really gets old. Oh, I hear... Oh, man. Shit. I heard a... Aha. I knew I heard one. Sorry, guys, I got distracted again. One other thing that I would say about the different versions of this game, Saints Row 4 is available Xbox 360, PC via Steam, and the PS3. Of course, I'm playing the Steam version. Holy crap. And it runs great. Even, like I said, my machine's a couple years old and runs beautifully. Can't complain at all. But I have heard from a lot of different places, the PC version, if you can get it, if you have a PC that'll run it, even at a lower level even, I would say, from what I've heard, the PC version is the one to get. It runs the best. It's got the smoothest frame rate. It doesn't jerk up or chop up as much, even on like the lower settings. You know, even if you don't have as much of a draw distance. I've seen footage of the Xbox 360 version, and ooh, it definitely looks a little bit rough. I mean, especially you get some superpowers going. You're flying around. You're shooting dudes. Even if you're not doing all that much, it really seems to... the performance really takes a hit on it. So, you know, I mean, it's still playable from what I've heard, but, you know, if that's your only means to play the game, by all means go for it. But just know that if you can do multi-platform, especially if you can do the PC version, definitely go with that. And I didn't concentrate again too much on the low vision aspect, but really, like I said, all of your, you know, if you want to use the cars and stuff, all of that GPS stuff with the arrows in the actual world are there. All the menus are clean and simple and nice contrast, no crazy fonts. There's little in-game markers, like if they're enemies, they got little red circles over them. There's always, like, especially if you're on a quest and you have to be doing something, there's always some sort of like a little highlighter thing. You can just kind of spin around and look at them. No problem there. I really haven't had much of a problem, if any. Oh god. Shit. Come on. I haven't had really a problem playing this game at all. So if all this flying around and crazy cameras and all this crazy stuff hasn't made you ill yet, and this looks fun and you can see it well enough, like I said, I highly recommend the game. It's super fun. And I'm on one of these towers right now, so yeah. By the time I've got my powers upgraded, like, I don't even have to use all these little platforms anymore, because I can just, beep, there we go, I'm up there. Really, really tough. The early ones are actually kind of a bit trickier because you can't jump high, you can't glide yet, and it does become a little bit more of a platforming thing. But that is Saints Row 4. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it's available on PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. PC version, definitely the recommended way to go if you can. It is available now, and gotta say, I'll probably do a couple of other thoughts either on the blog or on Twitter or something when I finish the game, as far as the story goes. But I would say that the story is maybe not quite as good as the third so far, but I'm enjoying the superpowers and the traversal a lot. And I'll let you know what overall, if I think if 4 gets better than 3 once I finish the game. But it is a worthy sequel, and I can't wait to play more. So with that, I will wrap it up here and talk to you guys soon.